What's going on with everybody? What's up? Let me know if y'all can see me. Let me know if y'all can hear me fine. How's everybody doing today? It's All Star Izzy. What's up with it? What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Mm. Don't forget to drink your H2O today. Shout out to everybody. Welcome in. My name is All Star Izzy. We're gonna hit off a great conversation today. It'll be for like about 45 minutes to an hour live. Nothing too crazy, but today we're gonna be speaking on some certain things. You know, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Shout out to everybody for being here. Thank you for being here. My name is All Star Izzy. Now, this live in particular, I want it to be a transformative experience. Maria, great to see you. I want it to be a transformative experience, meaning that the things that I'm going to be displaying today is not to intend to. How can I say it? Like, I'm not trying to make fun of people, but the thing is that a lot of the people don't realize is that when you comment about something and things are false, you have to confront that, right? And I'm here for a great transforming experience. Aria, great to see you. Welcome in. I remember seeing you last night, basically. So good to see you. In the live, of course. Got to make sure that we are clear for what we say. But today I'm going to be talking about a certain topic. There's been a couple of guys that have asked me questions, that have sent me comments on certain videos, and I want to speak on it. And I'm going to speak on it because there's a lot of confusion when it comes to game and when it comes to what people think the game is. Yes. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing? I'm going to start off with that first before I go ahead and get into what I need to get into today. Welcome in, everybody. What's the word today? The word today is I'm going to be reading off some comments that were left off of my video. And the reason why I'm addressing these comments is because this is a learning experience. This is something where it can be transformative for other people to understand because I see that a lot of people don't know what game is. It's 2025. We're halfway through the year. It's about to be 2026 in what, like 4 months? So then it's when that happens, the cycle is still going to occur. It's not going to hit everybody home, but once it gets to that point, then I'll be able to say what I need to say. So, I'm going to go ahead and address those things in a few. But for right now, I just want to say hello to everybody before I go ahead and get into it. Again, this is going to be like a 40-minute live. It's not going to be that long. I have somewhere I have to be for my time. But, we're still going to talk about what we got to talk about today. Welcome in, everybody. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to, if you want to be new. Am I saying your name right? Is it Aria? Is it like Araya? Let me know. Is Aria for one, two for Araya? You say that a lot of guys aren't as confident, or they just spend a lot of time working alone and after. Yeah, that's true. A lot of guys, and the thing is too, a lot of guys want to be confident. And the thing is that I'm actually about to read some comments off to where people are talking about. They're talking about basically confidence. I'm not sure if you're familiar or anyone is familiar, but there's this thing that's out there in YouTube, basically, specifically dating. It's basically like looks maxing, or what is it called? It's like looks versus game. Who you it's based for those who are new to what game is or want to know what game is. It's basically who you are and what you are. Everything that happens outside of you is can be a byproduct of what you want in this world. Game is creation, and you're the creator of your reality. That's how it's really gonna just play out and everything. So I see a lot of guys want to be confident, and they want to be confident in the external level before being confident within first. And that's the thing. We don't have to be perfect. Like, I don't got to be a perfect 10 within, right? I can still evolve and learn as I keep going. Like, you can still obtain that, but you gotta stay intact with who you are within for sure. Um, Aria. All right. Okay, it's Aria. Okay, cool. I was a dancer. It's crazy how many nice guys come in and they really just want to talk and spend time with a girl. Yeah, like what you like, they want to just spend time just in general, or they want to or they're trying to do that just to like what you mean? Aria says they have everything going for them, but I don't know. People today are very surface level. True, because of social media, and it's altered the way people view each other. I can agree to that. I can agree to that. And it's interesting too, Aria. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I get lost with the time, basically. But there was what was it? I was basically talking about the game and like how things changes. Like, I can say, yeah, social media technology can mess up with one's perception, but it's also in the There you go, being all weird. It's also in the perception of who, like, of the individual who wants to see things for what they are. Like, so, yeah, social media can show you all these things, but if you're not out there touching grass and experiencing, and the thing is too, most people are so much in their head that they don't know how to experience. And this is why we're gonna get into what we're gonna get into today, because again, and I come from a very unique place when I speak on dating and I speak on experiences and stuff like that, relationships, because I have real life experience. I'm not out here just regurgitating things that I saw. I'm not looking at other people's stuff and being like, oh, they said this, let me say this, let me say that. I don't need that because I have my own experience. I have my own things to say. So it's very interesting, and a lot of times when the herd is always following the masses, right? And they're always following what other people are saying. When someone speaks out, stands out, they're thinking to themselves, this person is crazy, or you don't know what you're talking about because this is what it's like. Statistically, numbers. Anybody who brings up numbers before experience, I guarantee that they don't really know what's going on. Because you actually have to be in the game. You got to really experience the shit in order to know. Arai says, like they try to buy is it off as a girlfriend. When it's like they don't even need to be there to find someone like that. They can go out and get one. Just know that confident. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing that comes out with a lot of these guys. They want to be try to buy us off. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of men think that they need to buy women. They need to buy their presence, buy their attention and time. And I'm telling men, you don't need to do all that. Like it doesn't. Guys will always come to me or comment and say things like, "Well, you got to be a celebrity." Like the last live I did this last week, there was a guy saying, "Well, unless you're not a celebrity, you're not like a super tall, handsome man, you're not, that 1%er guy, you're not going to get this results out of women." And I'm like, that's nothing. How that has to do with nothing. Like everything that's worldly. But again, like you said, the social media, anything that's outside of me, I don't care about it. It's all about how I perceive me and how I go about things and how I'm moving, because if not, then I'm going to allow the world to run my narrative. And that's the thing what a lot of men do. A lot of men let people run their narrative. I'm not here to let them run my narrative. I don't care. I don't want somebody to run my narrative. A lot of people in Red Pill, or just in general, right? They live off of fear. They live off being able to have somebody run their world for them. And I talked about freedom. I was saying people say they want freedom until they get freedom, because freedom actually means that you have to lead yourself. And a lot of people don't want to be a lot of people don't want to self-govern. Welcome everybody. My name is All-Star Izzy. Hit the like button if you have not, and subscribe if you're new. We're going to get into a great conversation. I'm going to get into the bag of what I got to say. But as Ari says, because on social media and music, that's all girl rap about is like, I'm not, like, if you ain't paying, I'm not coming. Yeah. I mean it is, but the thing is too, what's amazing, because it's like a paradox in this shit. What we see on social media and music is not exactly what it is. Like, for instance, like Megan Thee Stallion was rapping about being single, but she had a man the whole time. But it's things like that's real. Art imitates life. I've been with women that come off a very type of way, right? Um, why is my screen so small? What you mean? Does it look weird? It looks fine on my end. Let me see. Um, but I would have like they will all act like a certain way on social media, but behind scenes, these women aren't who y'all really think they are, and that's fine. Like the thing is that what women have been taught, especially in yeah, it's like a small frame. What the hell? Hold on, let me see y'all. Give me a second. Hold on. What the fuck? I have no idea. See, this is what I'm gonna do. Why is it a small frame? That's a great ass question. Give me a second. Is that a brightness thing? Oh, there's lighting on here. I think that's too much lighting. That shit looks too bright. Hold on. Do y'all think do y'all think it's a bother for y'all? Let me know. If it's a bother for y'all, let me know. I can just restart it. That was the only one. This is the first time it's happening. But if it's a bother, just let me know. I can just restart this thing. Cause I don't know why it's a small. I've never had it as a small one. This is crazy. Like I'm looking at it and this is insane. Like this is wild. What the hell? Small ass frame. You know what? I think I'm low key gonna keep going with it, but I just don't know why it's small. Maybe it's because I was expecting somebody to go live with me, but it didn't do that last time. You know what? I'm gonna keep it pushing. I know it's a bit small and pause. And I want to fit into the thing, into the screen and shit. But we're gonna keep it going. Let's see. Let's just keep it moving, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Let me play this background music. We're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Marie, Araya, Marie. You guys say what's up. It's fine unless you want to start. Cause on social media, yeah, it is all a front. All that shit is a front, and that's the thing. I mean, a lot of men should be okay with that. It's a front. A lot of the times, Jazzy, great to see you. Welcome in. A lot of the times, a lot of so social media has taught people how to be a lot more fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not in a bad way. It's just in the same. It's in the sense like people know that they can finesse people on social media, right? That's what it comes down to. And guys would, and yeah, women. I could say women have an advantage over it or whatever, but I mean, I'm not pressed by it. I'm not sad by it. The thing is that guys will see that and try to learn the ways of a woman on how she can finesse on social media, or they can take everything a woman is saying as what it's supposed to be. And the thing is that's not exactly what reality is. If you actually have conversations with women and your experience and stuff, you know this shit is a front, bro. Shout out to everybody. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jazzy. She's in the building. Jazzy, great to see you. Welcome in. How you been? It's been a minute, huh? Oh shit. I was like, hold on. I have my other Pac-Man shit. My bad, y'all. All right. So I do have a link because the stuff I'm going to speak on, if there's someone that's going to oppose me, I'm going to want them to join in. Again, I'm about to move forward into the conversation. The thing of what I'm doing with this is because I want this to be a transformative experience for people, okay? And if I'm not here to bash nobody, but the thing is that I stand for the truth and I stand for what it is, right? And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth and a lot of people don't want to know the truth. So we're going to go ahead and get into this thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's get into it. And if I was able to show y'all the picture on the screen, I would. Oh, tartar sauce. You know what? I don't even think I can save it from here. I know what I'm going to do next time, but I got y'all next time, all right? So give me one moment. I'm looking for this thing. Of course, I'm a nerd, so I got it. Let me see. All right, I already did that one. These Sims are delusional. Okay, boom. It's 2025. Let's get this convo started. It's 2025. And men are still lost about what game is. Now, what is game? Like I said from the beginning, game is knowing of yourself, knowing that you're creative in reality and keep creating that within. Okay, that's really what it is. It comes to who are you inside and who are you outside, and what do you create for your life? Are you taking control of you and what you got going on? So, going forward, the things that I'm going to be speaking on is a lot of guys who want to talk about red pill, looks maxing. They're basically questioning game. They're questioning me and my shit, what I teach, right? Going forward, I don't teach anything. I don't teach men how to manipulate. I don't teach men how to charm a woman up just to get inside her pants. Because I know you guys, I know the men that you guys want to get inside their pants because they look good. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm not teaching you guys how to lie to women. I'm teaching you how to be honest, because when I learned myself how to be honest and to be honest with women, I've gotten a lot more better results for what I wanted. And if you don't believe it, then that's on you, right? Before I get started, went to an interview 2 weeks ago, got a new job, teacher assistant this coming year for kindergarten class. Congratulations. Y'all say congrats to Jazzy. Shout out to you. Welcome in, everybody. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's be a part of this journey. Alon, great to see you. What is Red Pill? Red Pill is a community of men who come together because they basically want to come together to complain about a woman's nature. So, Araya, as you were saying, like, men want to buy women off. Men like are afraid. They got to do all these things. That's basically what it is. See, what men don't realize is that they're the ones that are basically reinforcing the agenda of women doing this, right? Women will only go as far as to what you allow them to do, right? And that's just up to the beholder of the creator of the reality. So great to see you. Red pill, blue balls. Pause, Mikey. Come on now, bro. But anyways, you're crazy. Going forward though, that's basically what red pill is. A lot of these, it's just a lot of guys, and it's a lot of guys that look at numbers. That's something that I'm realizing because I did a lot of research on it, but one thing that I'm realizing when I get people that's in red pill or that's in the red pill manosphere stuff, they always come to me and talk to me about numbers. And that's how I know a lot of people don't have experience, because why would you see something, right? Why would you see what the numbers are versus want to see it with your own eyes? But that just shows me there's a lack of leadership that comes with it. And going back to the thing about reinforcing stuff, right? Men reinforce what women allow, because when men have the real realization that you are the leader of your life, you will understand that what I do, what I bring, what I provide, what I say is impactful. This does not mean I got to be serious every single time. This just means that what I'm doing needs to benefit me and benefit me in the long haul. Then it says squat with one arm. All right. 12 people and nine likes only. Exactly. You already know. Just as so said, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to be a part of this all-star journey. Yes, hit that like button. Now, I'm going to read these comments again. I'm not here to bash. I'm here to teach, okay? Because if you put yourself, this goes for anybody going forward. If you create comments and you're coming onto my platform, into my kingdom, and you're telling me things, you're spamming my stuff. These people were spamming mad things. What I'm going to do is put you on stage. And I'm going to comment and let you know that I'm going live. I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk about this. And I want you to come because I want you to be able to defend the things that you say. Because this goes to show anything that you say is everything that you need to defend. We're not saying shit carelessly. There's a responsibility that comes with things that we say in this life. Stash Cash, great to see you, Brody. Yeah, let's get them stars going. Also, moderators, hit just type in All Star. Type in All Star every time too, because I officially got Nightbot to start working for me. So that way I don't necessarily have to say like and subscribe every single time, or nor do y'all. Y'all can just type in All Star and Nightbot will do it for y'all going forward. You're cooked. You're cooked. Okay, now going forward, let's talk about this. Okay, there was a gentleman of Halo 4 Beats. Oh, do your thing, Marie. There was a gentleman. I'm not even sure if it's a gentleman. I mean, this probably looks like a kid. I don't know. Okay. One thing that I'm gonna say going forward for men, I've said this last year, and I'm gonna say it again because it's important. If you're a guy, put a profile picture of yourself when you're commenting things. Okay. Put your profile picture of yourself. All right. Don't, like, you're hiding behind a profile picture. Okay. Or even if you're not commenting anything bad, bro, come on, show yourself. I have women that come through. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you can connect and network. You can potentially meet some great people to collaborate in the future. But because you want to hide who you are, then it's never going to work out for you. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this gentleman named Halo 4 Beats BO2. I think that's Black Ops 2, who he's probably a gamer. Anyways, this person says on my video about looks, money, and status. I say looks, money, and status is great for yourself, for you wanting it for you, but it doesn't beat anything. Game trumps looks, money, status. Confidence trumps height. It all goes in the same thing. It's all the same thing. Anyways, he says, Halo says, why are you lying to these people, bro? No amount of words can outcompete a good looking face. So I'm going to just start right there really quickly and really break this down. Why are you lying to people, bro? Firstly, this is probably a person who is consistently only around people that reinforce this type of behavior. And all the time as well as that, he may be seeing on social media, just like as Ario was stating, that a lot of people would see the stuff on a lot of people will see things on social media like Unspoken Riz, or they will see like all these like model guys, and then they're trying to talk to these girls and all these things. The thing is that even though that, okay, yeah, sure, you know, they're out here doing whatever, but what you see online isn't actually what it happens in real life. You can look good, right? But you still have to be able to hold on to a conversation. You still got to be. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Stash. Nightbot be weird. I'm trying to hook Nightbot up with Night Naya and Night Senorita, which is the girl version of Nightbot, because he be working. He just need to let some bolts loose. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, though, a lot of guys will see social media and they will think that that's what it is. When truthfully, you got to be able to make sure that you're that you got to have a mouthpiece on you. How you gonna? Just because she sees something doesn't mean nothing. Women see sexy things all the time, dresses, jewelry. Women see the movies. Women see a fantasy. Like, women will see things that look good to them, food, snacks. But just because you look good, that doesn't mean nothing. That does not mean anything. You got to be able to hold a conversation, and that doesn't even mean I got to be deep. I got to be sentimental. I gotta listen to her. I gotta look deep in her eyes. That's not what none of this means. What it means is just being able to how to flirt, tease, banter, pick it up, have a conversation. You can add your own spadaz onto that thing, basically your own piece on there, right? Because no amount of words cannot compete a good looking face. All right, cool. You can be a good looking face, right? And I could, let's say I look like a bum, my hair is messy, I look, I got sweatpants, I got a wrinkled black tee on, and I got some sandals on. No matter what, I can say something to her that's gonna make her feel crazy in a good way versus than when she sees she looks. She may be with you in public, but in the back end, it's gonna be a whole completely different thing. But the only reason it's gonna be different is because a lot of men don't realize that women can have their type, but what their type is really how they feel. Just because you look good doesn't mean nothing. That could get you in the door. I'm not saying to not look good. I'm not saying to not get right. Definitely look good for yourself. Upgrade who you are. But at the end of the day, you gotta be able to have best of both worlds, looking good and mouthpiece. What's up, Ravenclaw? What's good? Shout out to you. Welcome in. Great to see you. Yes, yes, yes. Please subscribe. Most definitely. Um, Arya says like people will put up with a lot for someone they're attracted to. True. King from Miami, for example. Yeah, he's a great person. That's an example. I actually covered a couple of videos on him. I've covered a couple of videos on him. And the thing is too, yo, Kenzie, great to see you. My dog Boxing's in the building. Yes. For those who don't know, I'm actually going to be announcing it later, but I'll be saying it. I want to say thank you for everybody because I officially hit over 1,000 subscribers. I started at 800 literally at the beginning of this month, and we ended with 1,000 plus more. So very much thank y'all. Let's get some stars in the chat. Matter of fact, let's get some stars in the chat. Let's. I want to say thank y'all, bro, and thank you to the new people. Thank you to the old supporters who keep supporting me regardless. Shout out to everybody. Thank you very much, you guys. It's been a long time coming. We were just getting it going. Yo, just dropped the last live and back. How's it going? It's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's of course of the work that I do, but it's definitely because of you guys as well. And I'm very grateful for that. You know what I mean? Going forward though. So let me see this really quickly. But yes, he says no amount of words can outcompete a good looking face. Okay, so this reminds me of the guys who sit in the background in a party, with their hands in their pants and it's kind of with the leg, like how they got the leg next to the wall and they're just like trying to be all nonchalant and shit. Listen, bro, you don't have to be like this extroverted person when you're talking to women. You don't gotta be like, hey girl, you don't be goofy. Be you. And if you're more chill and relaxed, that's fine. But just because you're chill and relaxed doesn't mean you still don't have to speak. Because even if a woman is attracted to you, right, she can still put up with it. As Araya said, she can still probably pull up and try to bring the personality out of you. But then it's gonna get boring because you're not giving more. Ravenclaw said, "Oh yeah, Raven. Of course I remember you. I remember everybody who's coming in. Trust me. Just dropped teaching Yen is in the building. Yes, I remember all of you guys, and I'm very grateful for you guys being here. Welcome to the live. I'm speaking on. I'm basically addressing some comments that was left because I want people to make sure that they're knowing what they're talking about. El Heezy, everybody, I want you guys to meet El Heezy. This has been a troll from last night who was basically talking about a lot of Andrew Tate stuff. Mr. Stepper, I don't remember you, but welcome in. Shout out to everybody. Anyways, let's keep moving. So this is what I replied back to the gentleman who said, why am I no amount of words cannot compete a good looking face, which I think is a little bit of, I think, I don't think the person is, hey, but this is what I gotta say though. At least don't focus on another man's looks. That's not gonna do nothing up with you. What's up, Mr. Stepper? Great to see you. Good looks add to someone, but if they have a dry personality, just annoying. It's true. That goes the same thing for women. A lot of guys would just get with that 110 or that one girl that looks good, but her personality is so boring that he has to be around that shit, right? And I just like I don't go with that. We have to be able to reciprocate our desire that we both want and have. You know what I'm saying? Arai says, yes, pretty face can't hide an ugly heart. 1,000. I mean that goes for both, right? So I responded back and I said I gained nothing by lying because, like I told y'all in the beginning, when people don't have the same they don't have the same experience, or if they're in the herd mentality of what they see on social media or what they think is going to get you in the door from women, they're not going to hear what another person is saying who is outside the box, right? So I told him I gained nothing by lying. I genuinely don't. There's nothing to lie for. Why would I need to lie? To look good? I don't need to lie to look good. My shit will speak for itself. But I asked him, are you talking from experience? See, this is important. And this is important for anyone that goes forward that is talking to individuals who speak on certain things where it comes to dating or whatever. Ask them if they're talking from experience, because 9 times out of 10, these people are not talking from experience. They're talking from a place of where I've seen it happen. I'm statistically looking at the facts. I'm watching the 6% go to 8% on a Tuesday. This is where most people really rely on. But listen to what I'm saying, because I don't want men to be out here just thinking that I need to look at the statistics. Don't even fuck what I'm saying. I want you to go experience life for yourself. Okay? Like, take the message what I'm saying, but look at life for yourself. Go out there and experience so you can see things in your eyes. That's how I learned. Thankfully, I had a mentor that took me around the streets and he was showing me life. He was showing me how things work. And because of that, I was able to speak, know, learn, experience, reject, be rejected, every time, a lot of shit. It happened, but because I had to learn it the way that I did. Arai says, what would you say to guys that get intimidated by beautiful women? You need to do some inner work. That's what I would say. But I would say go for it, because actually, Arai, I'm glad that you say that. Tomorrow I'm dropping a video about approaching women with a RBF, or intimidated women. I'm gonna post a video about it tomorrow. Because one thing I want to challenge a man's mindset. Okay, as you see a beautiful woman, right, and she's a bit intimidating to you. Maybe she looks a little bit mean, whatever. She looks a little bit off put. What I would tell you is that let your curiosity lead you in that situation, right? Because most guys would be like, "What should I say? She looks perfect. She looks good. She's a dime. Maybe I got to spend money to get her attention." That's not the case. I promise you. If you approach, right, because I'm a performer, recording artist, and I used to do that a lot when I was performing and on tour couple of years ago, and I would approach beautiful performers, singers, A&Rs, marketers, all that, whatever, or just random fans that came through. But even if they looked intimidating, I let my curiosity do the leading, because at the end of the day, what most men are gonna do is let themselves be led by regret or fear. Okay, on the other side of that is excitement, or it can be curiosity. You should just go ahead and do it and get it out the way. Even if you're just like, "Hi, my name is Gilbert. What's your name?" And she's like, kind of looking at you weird. "I'm Sarah. What about you?" Um, how's the weather? Okay, that shit was ass. But this is what I got to tell you: keep learning from that situation and keep doing it. Okay, because no matter what, as long as you just do it, you're good, bro. Because then once you really start to experience, you realize these things are not as big as you think they are. And all the stuff that you're psyching yourself out is all mental. That's the thing where we really got to hit at. By the way, great to see everybody. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. We on the road to the top. Hit that like if you have not. Let's go. Let's see. All right, this is random, but you're gorgeous. That part, yeah, you already know, facts for sure. Yeah, you got to learn that the hard way to test the water. Exactly, Mr. Stepper. Exactly. It's about what you give and what you receive. It is, and that's the game. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. Like, shout out to Mr. Lucario. He said something. As far as like, if you got to approach 100 women, that doesn't mean you're gonna get 100 women. You can get like 20 to 30 out of them, but that's still a good percent of reciprocation. Because even if you're rejected, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person. Of course, you can still get your game up, especially if you're weird and you need to work on your mouthpiece. But that just means that there's another gateway, there's another opening for another woman who would potentially want you. Real shit. Orion says, yeah, because how I see it, they just stare sometimes, but will never come up. Then if they do by chance come up, they're always shocked at how nice I am. And that's how it always occurs. You know what I mean? It always happens when people are on the other side. So, like, for instance, myself, a lot of women would think that I'm a fuckboy, right? But like off a chance how I act, my attitude, whatever. They be like, "Oh, you just you're too smooth." But then when we actually have a genuine conversation, we're having a real like she then talks to me and says, "I didn't realize how down to earth you were. I didn't realize how great of a listener, how great of a conversationalist you were. You just seem the type to smash." And I'm like, "Well, I am, but I also do value conversation as well." And that's the thing. And that's really good. It's like the what's more than meets the eye theory is basically what I call it. Is that people should low key be like a paradox. Like you should how you look should be how you want to look, but how you are when they talk to you is a completely different bag. So that's like I love that. For instance, let me see. Yeah, let them know, Zoramina. Let them know. Mr. Stepper says relationships go both ways. You got to be loyal and understand, all and flexible with each other. All men the same, and all women ain't the same. Brain Tickler says, I have an inappropriate question. Promise you, we'll try to answer. Brain Ticklers, if it doesn't have nothing to do with what we're speaking on, I don't think it's going to benefit the conversation. Okay. But thank you for asking first. Yo, Naya, I think that's how you say it. Great to see everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button if you have not and subscribe and be a part of this journey. We're on the road to the top. Thank you guys again for 1,000. I appreciate you guys very much. Let's see. Yep, Mr. Stepper says, but you got to pick and choose, but know your worth at the end of the day. Very much true. Samurai, great to see you again. And that's important because the thing is that when it comes to choosing an individual, you guys have to choose each other. Like I talk about how men and women can be harmonious, but the only way men and women can be harmonious if both is on the same page. If both are not on the same page, there will be no harmony. There will be no passionate sex. There will be no passionate conversations. There will be none of that. There will be no desire because if it's one sided, this doesn't mean nothing. You're choosing something that doesn't want you. Choose what wants you. And the thing is that doesn't mean to settle. I let me make that important real quick. Samurai, I have played Roblox before, but for everybody that's coming in, let's please stay on task for this. I know we usually have a good time and talk, but let's save that when we're doing our after hour show. But this right now is going to be a teaching lesson for this. Okay. Thank you guys for your comments and thank you for being here. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Um, I just got lost in that shit. But no. There we go. There we go. You guys have to choose each other and not to settle because what I find is that a lot of people try to settle in for relationships, right? They try to settle for this girl, they try to settle for this guy, thinking that they can't. But the reason you think because you think you can't, you can't. Do you see how powerful it is, like mentally, and who you are as a human being and in the game as a star? If you think you can't, you can't. Shout out to this individual. He left me off one time after we got done speaking last year. And he said, "Izzy, well, he said Isaac because that's my name, but he said Isaac. I hope you get everything you deserve, and that's exactly what that is. It's exactly if you think you can't, you won't. If you think you can, you will, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean it has to be this perfect thing. You're not perfect either, so there's nothing wrong with that, right? But if you limit yourself, there will be limited options and choices. Regardless, you're already doing yourself a disservice. You see, that's the thing. When I talked about for this title specifically, it's 2025, and these men are still lost about game. The game is you. The game is about how you're creating. The game is about your limitations and what's limitless about you. The game is about your confidence. It's about your inner world, and it's about the outer world. It's about your strategy. It's about how you get outside and what you're doing. It's about your authenticity. It's about what's within, as within, so without. It's not that hard. But if, like this gentleman said, Halo, no amount of words can outcompete a good looking face. That is your limitation and that is your reality. So you may be an individual who's trying to look super good in the face, right? Or trying to look good outwardly. But when you get with a woman, she's not gonna fuck with you. You won't be able to maintain it because you're one-sided to the game. You're 1 foot in and you don't have 2 foot. You don't have 1 foot. You gotta have both feet in, basically, is what I'm saying. You can't be half-assed in this shit. It has to be, you have to embody it. You got to embrace and you got to go all in. If you're not, you will get everything you deserve. Trust me, bro. I've seen it happen in real time for myself, my brothers that have been around me, clients that I've spoken with. It is all in your mind. Trust. Mr. Stepper says, now you're looking for wifey material. Nowadays, it's hard to find. I disagree. I disagree with that. I don't think because I don't think it's anything to find. It's something to create and it's something to develop. That's what I believe that is. Shout out Zoramina. Shout out everybody. Welcome in. Mr. Stepper says, be with somebody for a lifetime, not for the moment. That's what makes a real relationship. As long as you're both harmonious and you want the same thing, because shit can even start off as just smashing, as just friends with benefits, and then it can work its way to a relationship. Things should take time. Araya says sometimes a guy isn't especially cute, but if he seems confident, not just thirsty, he knows himself, it kind of makes me want him more. Araya, you're spilling the secrets. That's exactly what you see. What's funny? A woman could say that. Everybody's like, "Wow, yeah." I could say that. He's like, no, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, what? Why? Do you want me to see? Do you want to see me with like 5 women around me to just be like, yeah, oh my god, like, bro, what's up with it? Shout out to Tina in the building. FIN consistently consistent. Yes, there's no such thing as perfect. Never. Mariah also says when they have cool, interesting conversation and funny make women laugh, you want to roll over her. Don't mind me. Just listening. Shout out to you. Don't chase when you know what God has planned for you. Players. Williams says all the girls I know who's married all slept around a lot beforehand, and that's the truth. Shout out to Ghost G. What's up with it? But that is the truth. And see, I've actually had a conversation about our women superficial and stuff like that, bro. If you're genuinely in the game and you're experiencing things with women, even if you're not necessarily sleeping around with a lot, but you're experiencing, you're in the field, you will see that there's a lot of women who want to have like one night stands, and there's nothing wrong. Guys mess themselves up because they think, oh, I gotta be a dog, but she can't. Bro, what are you talking about? Shorty got needs too. That's why she smashed you on the first night. That don't mean she want to talk to you all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Man, we gotta take it one show at a time, y'all. Cause I could talk about this for years. I do gotta be out in a few, but that's cause I gotta be somewhere at 4 p.m. Mr. Sever says the beauty doesn't catch the eye. Beholder is the inside of the person and what he has in his soul. That's true, but I definitely still do advise men to look best for yourself. Look good for you. Be a piece of art. You know what I mean? Gotta take that car for a test drive before you buy it. 1,000, and I fuck with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, women that I've had one night stands with women. Women have actually, in this, and I'm not exploiting women out here, right? Because privacy. I want to say this before I say what I say. Anything that I talk about, like off of real experience, is not. I'm not here to boast about it because privacy is one of the biggest assets for any player in the game. Okay, I don't say this to make myself look good. I'm saying this because this is real experience. This is real shit. I've been in the conversation. I've had a woman talk to me, right? We're at a bar, we're having a conversation, and she's telling me she just wants to have like a one night stand. I don't see why like guys want to keep talking and stuff like that. And I basically just told her, well, today's your lucky day because you and I can have that. Now, did she follow through? Because she still said she wanted to see me. She was flying in and out of town and shit like that. But, we'd never seen each other after that. But regardless, though, is that women still want to have those type of nights, and there's nothing wrong with that. If any man tries to control like how women want to behave, you're gonna lose, bro. You shouldn't control anything that's outside of you, regardless. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, Orion says just watch it. I love you, Beth Cooper. I think I remember seeing that movie. I think that was a simp ass movie. There's a lot of movies and songs that are simp as hell. Player says we all got needs, but women take it to a dirty level though, then lie about it. Well, what I think, I don't know. Well, even if women do, right, that has nothing to do with the man. You know. And two, we shouldn't be judgmental about it. And even if they lie about it, I think so. I'm not here to. I don't pander. I'm not here to like save them. Be like, oh my god, women, the women. No, I just get stuff. But if women lie about their past, right, their sexual past, and if they're talking to you about it, and firstly, they don't really need to talk about it. But if they're lying about it, then that's just on them. We don't gotta care about that. You know what I'm saying? Tina also says it's the only thing I'm saying. Women just don't want to be treated bad for doing what she wants to do. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Women don't, because And again, I'm not here to be like there's some women in here, and I'm not trying to be like, yo, baby girl, nah, chill. But what I noticed a lot, especially with the red pill, and why I talk about it, and why I'm doing the stars versus red pills, is because men are consistently bashing. So women have gotten good to camouflage themselves, to see the weak men, to see through them, to see what they want, to egg them on, to finesse them, right? But that's when it comes to the game of the individual, of who they are and what they allow in the world. Because remember, like I said, it's mental. The game is you and what you create, your boundaries, your structures. Shout out to Steve, your laws, and all that stuff. But that's true. Mr. Stepper says most men fall in love too easy. Women are the hardest to get. They play hard to get. They only play hard to get for those who are easy to fall in line. You shouldn't be easy to fall in line. When I meet a lady, it's not that I want to get to know you. Yeah, sure, I may have that curiosity, but I want to see if you're a good fit for me too, though, right? I want to see if I like you more than what I see. I want to see if I like you more than after our conversation. I want to see if I'm willing to put you in my schedule. That's how men need to see things. And does that sound cocky? Yeah. But it's also because this is my reality, my time. Yo, shout out Sarn's in the building. I want to see the stepper. I don't think you need to be playing hard to get at all. You don't need to be playing hard to get, because that place comes from, it's like a place of scarcity. I have to play a part in order to get this part. And that's only going to get you to results that are not going to benefit you long term, whether you think so or not. Remember, the game is here, bro. A friend says, yeah. Don't cross paths with women you don't want to be with. Player says it's not weak men though. A lot of us just don't want untrustworthy non-Christian women. Well, players, this is what I gotta say. By the way, shout out to everybody. Hit the like button if you have not subscribed. If you want to be a part of this journey going forward. But the thing is that, see, you're speaking from a place of preference, correct? Um, women will women will only be untrustworthy, or they will only lie if they notice you allow lies, or if you're like reciprocating something like that too, right? So I noticed that a lot of women will lie, like, um I was talking to, this was years ago, I was talking to this lady with a boyfriend basically, and she used to lie to him because she didn't really value him. If a woman doesn't if a woman doesn't value, and this doesn't mean that she got to see you as like you got to have all the money in the world, you got, no, it just, the value is what's within. The value is how you carry yourself, your demeanor, your attitude. But if she doesn't value you, she will create lies, and if you allow lies to occur, she will continue to lie. Because remember, you allow what comes into your life, you are allowing. We are the gatekeepers of our reality. I'm going to say that again. We are the gatekeepers of our reality. We allow what comes into our life. If there is chaos, if there is drama, what did I do for this to occur? If there's lies, if there's something that's untrustworthy, what did I do for this to occur? And let's just say you're keeping it cool, you chill, but she's still lying. Okay, now but it's still not her, but it's you. Why are you allowing a liar in your life? That's when we have to get into it. Because remember, we can point the finger at the woman all the time. Do I advise that? Hell no. Because it's never about the person. It's about the other individual who's allowing this reality. You telling me, it's like you telling me you're just gonna walk in a movie theater and just watch a movie that you don't want to watch? That's basically what's happening. That's not what we doing. What's up, twin? Shout out to my twin Liliana's in the building. Anyways, Mr. Stepper says there's nothing to hide. The truth always comes out. You can make a woman turn blue until she tells you the truth. The thing, we don't even need to force. We need, see, the women will freely tell the truth to men that they know they can have a conversation with. To be honest, Mr. Stepper, I think this. If you're not subscribed, I think this would. Well, you said, "Do I remember you?" So you may have been a part. And part of me, if not, I meet tons of people throughout the lives all the time. So thank you again for being here. Shout out to everybody for being here. Thank you for being here. But going forward, it would definitely benefit you a lot, and for you to do Q&As. I will be having live Q&As going in the future, where anybody that has questions that can center around confidence dating, all that, we will be doing that. Okay, because I want to make sure we can have real conversations about this shit, and not just reading over comments. You can call in. Yeah. Player says, "What happens in the dark will always come to light." It will, but here's the thing: It may not even come to light when she's with you though, right? That shit can come 2 years after y'all been done, bro. That's the thing. So we shouldn't even be fixated on that. Yo, shout out to Green Plant. What's up with it? I don't, but Green Plant, I'm teaching something right now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. I gotta stick to the subject for today. And you already know in our after hour, that's when we can chop up and do shit. You know what I'm saying? Tina says these cool people. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. I'm still gonna continue. Okay. So right after I told him, I said, looks can get you in the door, but if you have no game or can't live up to the hype, it's useless. It's true. Okay. There's been men that I've coached, right? They're tall, 6 feet, 6'2", 6'3". Great to see everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. They're like 6'2", 6'3". But and they, they're handsome looking men. And they dress very well. But the thing is that what they tell me is that they get with women, but then it gets underwhelming. Why does it get underwhelming? Because if you only rely on your looks, you're only relying on a one-sided part of your reality and how you're approaching shit. He wasn't being able to live up to a mouthpiece. So here's the thing: women gonna fantasize. Let women fantasize about you. That's just what they're gonna do. Let them have fun, right? They're gonna think, oh my god, he could probably be super romantic. He could probably be this. He could probably be that. Oh my god, he can spin me around. I'll fall into his arms. Whatever. Thing is that you don't have to live up to her expectations. But if you present yourself right well, and she's liking that, she's attracted, you have to also live up to the hype, not for her, but for you. Live up to the hype for yourself. Look good, smell good, be good, and talk good. Move good. Move great, to be honest. I don't even like saying move good. That don't even sound right. Anyways, because it's going to be useless regardless, though. And that's just to anybody. It's going to be useless if you just rely on how you look. You got to be able to also reciprocate energy. If you think a woman is fine and she finds you fine, have fun. Like, let's have fun. Let me see this real quick. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Shout out to everybody. Welcome in. I had you on IG. Got it, bro. Yes, sir. One Love says, what's the subject? The subject is today game. El Heezy is back, everybody. Hold on. B3, let's see. Hold on, let me see these real quick. Oh my, so much swagger. This gotta be a joke. LMFAO. Shout out to El Heezy, y'all. I want to say this person has actually, like, he was in my last live and was hating on my shit, and he's still here. See, I want to tell y'all how crazy this is. I went live around 4 a.m. and there's a person that's still coming back 12 hours later, damn near. Do you know how crazy? This person probably subscribed to me, and this person is hating. Also, let's see. I ain't never met a woman that was straightforward and had a straight look, to tell the truth. I don't think Mr. Stepper was necessarily doing anything bad, to be honest. Unless he's out of line and he's being disrespectful, that's fine. I think you guys can be able to respond and handle that. You know what I mean? Imagine coming on here hitting on a guy that pulls more than you. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. Like, it's just what it is. Efrain says, what you rely on shows, what you focus on shows, what you are listening to for. Yes, exactly. He is why I get caught up when Shawty convenient. What you mean, Pablo? Yes, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, Green Plant. I appreciate that very much. Everyone lies. You just have to figure it out why or the backstory to the habit. Very much true. Oh, for sure. Appreciate you, Stash. We on the big screen. You already know. Big screen 4K TV. Shout out to my dog, Stash. Stash, I'm going to get to you as soon as possible, but we need to get on the phone because I'll be so in and out that sometimes I don't even be texting. So let me know. I'm going to just message you so we can get on the phone and talk about that thing. But anyways, no, do your thing, Soren. Do your thing. But this is so when I told him if you have no game or can't live up to the hype, it's useless, right? And that's just truth. Like, it's just not gonna work out. Like, for instance, if a guy's talking about, oh, I'm gonna put you through the mattress, and then you get to it, you know it's limp, you can't bring it up, you know what I'm saying? Shorty's gonna be like, man, what the, like, you was talking about doing all sorts of tricks and now you can't perform. What the hell? Same shit. It's the same thing. Excuse my French. I'm working on my cousin. Um, so right after I said this, Halo 4 Beats. Halo, if you're ever listening to this, you come across this, Brody, please put a profile picture of yourself, okay? Be real. Come on. You never know who you're gonna meet. Be presentable. And that goes for any man that's listening to me. I promote putting a profile picture. Please do, for sure. Yeah. Chits, not stats, but on the big screen. Patricia, you here? Jose Lewis, she's gonna be here another time. Shout out to Jose Lewis. He's looking for Reese. That's funny as hell. Anyways, going back to what he said to me. Halo says maybe game works with the average Becky's, but Stacy's are a whole different game because hold on. I can't read this through and not just okay, hold on. Well, Halo says maybe game works with average Becky's. So Becky's is basically an average woman, just to let everybody know. But Stacy's are a whole different game. Okay, so I guess Stacy's are the tens that he's talking about. Because charisma alone is not enough to pull them when you're competing against thousands of people online. You see, this is where we separate everything. Okay, now he thinks that game can only work. Game meaning you, mouthpiece, how you have conversation. You know the thing, women like women. You know what? If we got any women that would like to answer, you're more than welcome to. A lot of the times, women are attracted to how a man carries himself. May not even look. I've been with women who I haven't even looked their type, bro. But the way I carried, how I talked, my attitude, my demeanor, how I spoke to them, spoke way more volumes. And I'm not saying I'm ugly. Like, I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. But, how I carried myself was what got it. So the thing is that just because you think game works on average looking women versus the Stacys, because charisma alone is not enough to pull them when you're competing against thousands of people online. You know what's interesting? I remember this one time vividly. Has anybody seen that show? Damn, it was on Disney. It was a vampire show. Let me look it up real quick. I'm gonna look it up. Vampire show on Disney. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for being here. Vampire show Disney. Damn. My babysitter's a vampire. There we go. Hold on. My babysitter's a vampire. Okay. All right. So the main character, her right here, right? Her right here. This woman right here. He said Twilight. No, not Twilight. Okay, so check me out. I was like, I forgot how old I was. I think I may have been like 13, 14, right? So this the main character right here, right? I had a huge crush on her. And this is no BS. If I still had a screenshot, I would post it because I felt honored. I felt good at the time, of course. But basically, I commented on one of her posts and I said, when I become famous, I'm gonna get with you. Like I'm gonna talk to you basically. And she replied back, and I shit you I shit you not. I'm excited about it. She said, it's not about the fame. You don't have to be famous to talk to me. Right? But of course, I'm young as hell. So, but I remember that vividly because the thing is that a woman who was on a big ass TV show on Disney commented to a middle schooler, you don't have to be famous to get with me. But that just shows that what he said, for what Halo said, because charisma alone is not enough to pull them when you're competing against thousands of people online. It don't. He talking about some all-star sipping. Chill. That was middle school me. That was middle school me. Chill a bit. Nah, but that's what I'm saying though. Guys, you lose already because you're thinking in competition with thousands of people. I don't care about these thousands of men out here. But you gotta have that mentality. You gotta have that confidence within to be like, I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't care about what type of men is around her. I don't care about the roster of men that's circulating around her planet. I don't care about none of that. I'm a star, and I'm gonna show her who I am. Right? I'm gonna step boldly. I'm gonna be risky. I'm gonna talk to her. because yes, you caught my attention, but I want to see more, and I want to see if this is part of what I want as well, right? Because it's not just about you; it's about me, and it could be about us later tonight at 8 p.m. But what I'm saying is that if you already have the mindset that you're in a competition with many type of men, then you're already losing. Because why are you thinking about all these men that you're in competition with? What you think about and what you focus on grows, so you're already losing because that's the game. Learn this shit. The game is internal. The game is you, bro. Listen, whoo. Hold on, I gotta drink some water, y'all. Just crazy. It's crazy, bro, but it's true. It's very true. Soren says they may know about the mouthpiece, but they don't know about the mental mouthpiece. Exactly. What's up? What's good, Kenzie? Yes, do yourself a favor. Click yes, yes, absolutely. If you got a question, please hit a Q. Yes. Yeah, facts, exactly. She was just being nice, but yes, charisma. Yeah, she was. I know she was being nice because I was in middle school. I was like, "There's no way." She's like, actually telling me to be with her. I'm in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Because if this was now, I would have. We would have been in DMs. You would have. We would have been in DMs. I swear to God. Jose, just look up her name, dog. Just look up her name if you really want to get out of here, bro. Yo, homie, I'm getting baptism with my sister. Are you saying you're getting baptized? If you're saying you're getting baptized, I mean that if that's what you want, do it. You know, and it takes more than just with women, but with everything. Yes, it does. I have to get mop for it. I have to get a mop for it. LOL, I love women like that. Stop the Curtis said stop the cab. I said forget about it. What is he talking about? Yeah, I don't really speak on like politics and religion, but like anything that you want to do and that's gonna push you forward and that you believe is for you, then that's for you. You know, we all live completely different realities and lives, but who am I to take away from what people want to do and forward in life? I got a lot of friends around me, a lot of communities that I partake in, and I'm completely different from a lot of them. But that's not what it's about. Our differences is what actually makes us alike. Araya says men should just worry about themselves and making themselves bigger and better, and everything else will come. I agree, Araya, but you know this is why I be stressing about this type of stuff. This is why I'm here, though. This is why we be getting hate and I be getting love. But I mean, it's just what it is. You know, it sounds easy, right? And a lot of people just program because it's not specifically men when I say about this. A lot of people just program themselves to say it better than it is to do it. It's actually easier done than said. You just program yourself down the way to think that it's easier to say it. Trust me, it is. Remember, the Ready Player One theory. Go backwards, like turn things around. There was a lady who I seen on TikTok was talking about it. I'm gonna have to do some research on her. I probably might get her on my podcast. We're gonna see though, right? We're gonna see. B3 says, LMAO, your channel has hit some sort of pocket recently. Been very lively. Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I'm just gonna keep being consistent. I appreciate it. Ephraim says, what you focus on grows. Yep, focusing your attention is powerful. I ain't focused my attention to the point I want to yet, but I'm sharpening day by day. And that's how it's gonna keep happening. And sometimes too, Ephraim, definitely just enjoy it too. Cause like I used to do that a lot. Like I used to like it is definitely day by day because nothing is technically overnight, right? But you know, it's great to also focus on damn, like I'm this way is really occurring. Yes, that is my social. Hit me up on Instagram, give me a follow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button if you have not and subscribe if you want to be a part of the journey. Welcome in. Soren says off topic, but you watch Game of Thrones, Izzy? No, I've actually been told a lot that I should be watching Game of Thrones. And I heard they have crazy sex scenes. Pardon me, but I would just that's what they tell me. They're like, "Oh, it's crazy, it's cool," but they got crazy sex scenes. I was like, "Damn." But yeah, nah, I never watched this. Is it good? All right, says I could see how it's harder to do it because life can knock you down sometimes and make it hard to feel like you're enough. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, even though if that's gonna happen, that's just a part of manhood. You know, that's just a part of learning. That's a part of like growing up. That's a part of evolving. If you want to get better, it's gonna come with it's gonna come with challenges, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. We should want that as men, as women as well. But you should want to be able to go over any type of challenge, right? You gotta occur that. Lama says, great to see you, Lama. And I hope I say your name correctly. Where focus grows, energy goes. Wherever you fail to use, you lose. Good and bad news. Shout out to you. That was a great word. I heard the same thing. I was like, damn, I gotta watch. Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and one, you should watch this amazing show. Two, y'all dirty as hell. What can I say? Okay, now let me finish this comment really quickly because I got about like 10, 12 more minutes in here. But so he was telling me charisma alone is not enough to pull them when you're competing against thousands of people online. You know, charisma isn't just like a social thing. Like it can be. Charisma is definitely speaking to people and being lively and passionate, having fun and engaging. Yes, that's charisma as well. That helps, right? But also charisma is down to earth. It's connection. See, that's the thing most people don't see. People think I got to be the most lively and loud type of connecting person. That can help you. But charisma is all about connecting with the individual, connecting with the human on a human level. Human level meaning I'm connecting. We're both alive. We're both passionate. We're both emotional, right? And I'm not saying you be emotional and cry. I'm talking about I'm excited, so I'm gonna use my emotional excitement. I'm curious, so I'm gonna use my emotional curiosity, right? So like that just happens. Charisma is down to earth, and a lot of women, you know, contrary to belief or what a lot of men think. I've been with women who are managers, supervisors, CEOs, singers, you know, just popular in general. A lot of them genuinely enjoy down to earth conversations. They enjoy down to earth men. Does that mean that they're still gonna fuck with them types of guys that you guys think they are? Sure, but who cares? It doesn't matter about them. It's about what I create and what I'm putting forward, right? I've talked with a lot of them, and a lot of them really just need to let their hair down. You know what I mean? But they just really want to have good conversation too. It's not necessarily about being this charismatic and trying to connect. Women like down to earth conversations, bro. Araya says, I think it's someone who's grounded in themselves. Yeah, exactly. That's what charisma is. Charisma is within. Like that. Having charisma is basically it's a self awareness. I'm able to be self aware and I'm able to connect with you on a different level. But the different level meaning I can connect with you human to human, right? I'm not. I see you for who you are. Basically, is what charisma is, and it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, boxing. Women do love stars. Zay Mafia, great to see you. You in the building? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Soren says, when you surrounded with fake people, I think the value of being down to earth skyrockets. Yes, exactly. And you know, see, this is why when he even said you're competing with thousands of people online. Listen, bro, if you already winning. Like the bar is so low that it's actually really good. A lot of people be like, damn, it's competition. I don't see that. The only reason I see is because I'm not focused on what losing is. I win. So I only focus on what the winners is doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Like women see it all the time. They see fake men. They see men trying to manipulate, trying to get inside their pants. Can I buy you a dinner, baby? Or can I buy you a drink? Buy me and my friends some drinks and maybe you can talk to me. That's how these women be talking to these men, right? But you know, that's because men allow and they reinforce this type of behavior. Okay. And some women are just gonna act like that to act like that. Let move on. It doesn't that has nothing to do with your reality if you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But so he also says, Halo, please put a profile picture, all right? Halo also says her male friends in multiple friend groups and all the chats are competing for her affection. Oh my god. Hold on. I just lost 3,000 brain cells reading that. Give me a second, y'all. Let me look at these comments. I got to refresh it myself. This is crazy. I just lost brain cells, bro. Women do love stars. Yep. I'm going to have to pin that because it's the truth. Nothing like being authentic. Authenticity is the new sexy. It is. And see, that's what a star is. When I speak on all-star lifestyle, the stars is being authentic. It's being charismatic, but charismatic to connect with people. It is connection. It's honesty. It's honor that comes with being a star. You have to it's to shine authentically and without anybody's permission to shine. You're shining because you're supposed to shine for you, not for another validation. When and shining could really just mean confidence. Shining could be living your truth, and a lot of people don't want to live their truth because they're afraid to show who they really are. So you know what I'm saying, they're afraid to step, they're afraid to show, they're afraid to display personality. That's another. But people who are charismatic or seen as extroverted, these people truly understand what it's like to be criticized, what it's like to keep going to be who they are, even when the world is judging them, because the world is going to judge you. Okay? Being a star has a lot of beautiful benefits, but just as things are beautiful, trust me, there are things that are not good with it. People will project, people will make fun of you, people will criticize, people will say bullshit, people will try to create a story, a narrative about you, people will question you, people all that type of stuff. But that is what is a requirement to be a star. You have to be willing to have that, because there's yin and yang to all of this. We can't just have positive and be like, yeah, I'm a star. No, there's the negative side. And it's not necessarily negative, because you can love it. For instance, we had the individual who came 12 hours later back to the lab because he was suspended 12 hours ago, came back to just hate again and question. This is just what comes with it, right? And this is what's beautiful about it. The dark side of being a star. Yeah, and I have a video. I think I made like what, 7, 8 months ago about it. But basically, I have a video where I'm talking about that being a star isn't as bright as you think it is. I've been hated on by groups in real life though. I've had people that's in companies when I used to working in, they try to fire me. People that's been there for months, they be like, well, you're not gonna get this position. I'm gonna get it before you. You don't deserve it. I've had haters, I had gossipers, and it's been mainly men, right? Women only get mad at me if I don't want to fuck with them, because I reject a lot of women. And I also do not fuck your coworkers, everybody. Listen to me when I say that. Do not get with your coworkers. All right, do not do that. But that's the truth though. I've had all of this in real life, always in real time. So when it happens on social media, I'm grateful that I have thick skin. Plus, my mentor broke down a lot of bullshit in my mind. So you already know how mentors are tough on you, but they gotta be tough. They have to be tough, because you gotta be able to know what it's like to have thick skin in the game. If you don't, bro, you're done. You're food. You're born to star. People, yeah, the right person will find you. And shit, yeah. But that's that lady talk. Imagine chasing a woman for her affection. Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. To be honest, I can't even imagine that. Let me see this. Orion says everybody wants to be in the mix. It's nice to meet someone who just wants to make you laugh. 100. Ephraim says the way I listen differs in context to what I want to get out of communication, depending on what characteristic I'm using. Like curiosity is important, and seeing how my daily characteristics listen. Very much true. Yes, drop them stars. Do not neglect that. Let's drop some stars. Let's see. Orion says we all have something special to someone. You'd be surprised what other people find interesting about you. For real, I'm always isolated. People start acting different for no reason. It's just it's all for what people perception is. And I think that's a lot. That's something a lot of people can't handle. A lot of people cannot handle how they're perceived. I used to have a problem with that, like a couple of years, and I'm still evolving through it, but it's not even bad. Like I don't. It's just more so knowing that people, before I used to try to control the perception of myself, like just to how I come off and stuff like that. I try to make people only see like the certain thing. The thing is that that's just not going to happen. That's just you trying to control things, and it's not going to occur. People, you will be. That's a big part of being a star. People will perceive you as whatever. I've been called all types of names: ladies man, fuck boy, pretty boy, a lover boy, a husband material. Like I've been called all things, and I used to have a problem with it because I used to be like, man, what the fuck? Like, why are they calling me this? Like, what am I doing? I mean, you know what I mean? But I'm like, what am I doing? Is doing it. So I try to like, I was so fixated on trying to control my actions, but I'm like, you know what? People are just gonna do what they're gonna do, and that's what created this live or video that I had, is that embrace being seen as a ladies' man. Just embrace perception regardless, because people are gonna perceive you whatever, right? It's just what's gonna happen. Yeah, Soren, we're definitely gonna do that. Now that I have a lot of my accomplishments done, um, I'm going to be locking in some things, but I will be announcing that soon. Trust me. It is all a big old constellation. Everything is connected. Raven says, hey bro, but I got a question for my GF. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm a girl, like your presence just gets people talking. It does, man. I mean, being looking interesting is cool, but being interesting as well is the benefit. Most people rather be one. Why not be both? And see the thing about a star, and that's why it's an all star. You're all. You like one, instead of just look good, or instead of just be good, look good and be good. That's some all star shit. Now I do got about like 5 to 7 more minutes. And what I gotta say to the end of Halo stuff, because I couldn't complete the rest because my brain cells are gone, because I can't believe he said Chads. So again, I'm gonna address this really quickly, and then I'm gonna look at the comments. We can engage, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. He says her male friends in multiple friend groups, and all the Chads are competing for her affection. Okay, well, even if they are, that has nothing to do with you. It's about what you're doing, how you make her feel in the moment. If she's not feeling that, who cares? Move on, get a new woman. Even if she has multiple friend groups. You know, a lot of women just, see, the thing is, a lot of women don't even have options. They may think they do, but options really mean that they both really want each other. Women just have men that's around who wants to be a part of her. And sometimes women, no, well, a lot of the times, women can have those around just for attention, bro, when they're bored. So know your role and play your position. If you don't know your role, you will be put in a role if you're not aware of that. All right, 1,000. Raven says she gave me help last night. I want to get baptized. But with my sister, what do you think? Well, again, as Soren was saying, I'm not particularly. I don't speak on religion nor politics in in my conversations. But if this is something you want, so I always go down to just the choice of the person. So this is all I'm going to say on it, right? Because I'm not against whatever anyone does. The thing is that if you want to genuinely do it, then do it. But if you don't want to, deny it. You know, like just be like, well, I don't want to do it because it's my choice, right? Hey, it's great to see you. Yep, Vamp Lab through it the afternoon. Soren also says sometimes you can get turned out by sometimes people can get turned out of your presence due to perception. Yes, very much true. Just like Zay says, if you have a question, put a Q, please. So what we're gonna do to the end, probably in about 5 more minutes, I'm gonna stay on. But if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask, or if not, we can just engage and chill. But I'm gonna be getting off soon. By the way, my name is All Star Izzy. Welcome in, everybody. I'm an empowerment coach. I speak on dating, confidence, authenticity, introspection, everything that comes with that. Because it's not about being empowered outside; it's about empowering yourself. So that way you can live your eternal flame. Like, don't be inconsistent like that. 2 a.m. motivation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DG is in the building. But let's get the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep going. Let's go to the top. Let's try to get to 30 likes. What does everybody think? I think we can hit to the 30 likes. Let me know. C7 says you skipped my question. I didn't see a question from you, C7. So ask it again. Ravenclaw says my sis asked me to go, so I'm gonna go for it since I'm trying to change. She wants to do it together. Well, if that's where you want to go, then then do that. You know, I'm not here to. I can't change your. I can't change what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna be up to you, regardless. When it comes to that. Now, if we're talking about like on dating stuff, then I can give you a heads up. But I just want to make sure for anyone going forward, just choose things that you want to do, regardless. Be selfish with your choices, basically. You know. But shout out to everybody. Yeah. But I can. Yeah, Ravenclaw. But I gave you the answer, so let's just move on to different stuff. But if anybody has any other question, you're more than welcome to ask. We are in the building. So that was my conversation today, though. Again, I just wanted this to be a transformative experience. Thank you guys for being here, and to be engaging and talking and speaking, and saying get the likes up. I appreciate. I see everybody supporting more. I'm going to support y'all the way support me. Remember, I do have a community post where I'm giving you guys the power to choose if you want me to go live every single day next month, which is tomorrow, basically. So the poll will end at midnight, and depending on what you want, and if you want me to go live every single day, that's up to you. And here's the thing: if you guys choose yes for August, I'm gonna match that, and I will go live every single day of September, and we could low-key just go back and forth. Because one thing I'm just enjoying is consistency. I'm enjoying engaging and building this. But again, it's up to you guys and whether you want me to go live every single day. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Players. Hold on. Let me see this. Hold on. Players. I'm gonna actually respond to that because I'm not. See, here's the thing. I'm not against men who come in here who are scared and who are insecure and who live in a place of fear, right? As long as you're not disrespectful. But the thing is, though, players, as you're still here, I want you to have a different outlook. We're here for transformative experience. But even if you just, still do it, someone in the comments can get to it. But this is what I gotta say. Player says we all got needs, but damn girl, you ain't gotta sleep with the whole damn soccer team. You live in a place of fear and you need to get yourself out of that. Or you're gonna do yourself a disservice going forward. And I know the message is deleted, but the reason why I am communicating it and I'm talking about it now is because I don't want the guys who come in here in the future. I know some of my guys here, some of the stars that's in the building, they know it. But just in general, I want people to know that saying a comment like this is actually very defeating and it's going to take you away. Also, Araya, I did see your comment. I appreciate you. Thank you. And you already know I know, but thank you. I appreciate you. I saw that. I was just in deep conversation. So appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, All Star Lifestyle Server. Yes, it is under construction. Definitely. Yes, yes. If you want to join the Discord, please do so. It is right here. You're more than welcome. I'll be getting off in about probably like 2 more minutes. Actually, I'll go ahead and get off now. But my name is All Star Izzy. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your attention, your support, and all that. This has been an incredible conversation, a transformative experience. Thank you guys for being here. All the hate, all the love, all the everything. Let's go ahead and get some stars in the chat really quickly. It's your boy All Star Izzy. Shout out to Zora. Shout out to players. Shout out to Jazzy. Shout out to Orion. Shout out to Soren. Shout out to Zay. Shout out to Darius. Shout out to Ace. Shout out to Efrain. Shout out to everybody. Listen, shout out to Boxing. Shout out to everybody that came in. I want to say thank you guys for being here. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of you guys. And let's just keep the momentum up. Go on the community post and vote. You want me to go live every single day next month? Or should I just chill? The power is up to you. Thank you guys. You guys have a great one. Until next time, we out this thing. Peace.